Hello, everyone. Welcome back with me, Valerie Williams of Dimensional Talent Streams. Today's session is going to be discussing digital currency. So let's dive right into our presentation. I want to start off the presentation with some terms and conditions. Under no circumstances should this presentation be considered as any type of solicitation for investment or financial advice. This information is provided in general terms without taking notice of your specific personal and financial situation. I recommend that you seek the advice of suitable, qualified professionals for financial advice and direction. I'm not a financial planner, but I am a financial educator. I also want to include in our terms and conditions for this presentation that your continued attendance of this presentation beyond this point indicates of your acceptance of my above terms. So let's continue on. The introduction to this presentation, as I said, is going to be on digital currency. So today I'm going to discuss that digital currency, how the entire financial service industry is getting a total makeover, and how this affects you and I, and the great opportunities that are available amid this revolutionary change. Our agenda, we're going to talk about some terminology to this digital currency, the history of digital currency, and actually how it's going to work so that you'll get to see the actual flow of it. So let's start off again with the digital currency terminology. I also want to mention, don't count the pennies and miss the actual dollars. Don't look at the minor stuff and miss the big picture. So again, don't count the pennies, meaning don't look at the minor stuff, because otherwise you will miss the dollars, you'll miss the big opportunity. And such a huge statement, as you'll see later on in this presentation. So what is this new language of digital currency? In the digital currency world, there's an entire new language. Just like in various industries, such as the healthcare industry, it has its own language. The insurance industry has its own language. Well, the digital currency age is no exception. So let's look at some of these terminologies that we have. The first term that you will hear, or one of the terms I should say, is what we call cryptocurrency. Now, cryptocurrency is typically a decentralized digital money designed to be used over the internet. Now, Bitcoin, which was launched in 2008, was the first cryptocurrency, and it remains to be the biggest, most influential, and best known. In the decades since, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies like Ethereum have gone as digital alternatives to money that's actually issued by governments. The next terminology that you will hear is cryptocurrencies, again, are not issued or controlled by any government or other central authority. The cryptocurrency is actually managed peer by peer network of computers running free open source software. So generally anyone who wants to participate in it is able to. And most importantly, cryptocurrencies allow individuals to take complete control over all of their assets. Cryptocurrency, another definition for it, it's a digital currency in which transactions are verified and recorded, and they're maintained by a digital system using cryptography rather than by a centralized authority. Crypto mining, another term that you will hear, which is a process in which digital currency like Bitcoin and Ethereum utilize computer power from miners to verify transactions across their respective networks. Without computing power voluntarily offered by miners to validate transactions, these networks would actually run slow and infallibly fail. Another term that you'll hear is crypto exchange. And it's a trading platform that allows anyone to buy, sell, or trade digital assets. Most crypto exchanges support Bitcoin and Ethereum. We'll talk a little bit more about Bitcoin and Ethereum as we go on, but they are the leading digital currency aspects by market capitalization. The rest of the digital assets are selectively available across hundreds of trading platforms in the market. And as I just mentioned, here's Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin? It's a decentralized digital currency without a central bank or single administrator that can be sent from user to user on the peer-to-peer Bitcoin network without the need for intermediaries. Transactions are verified by network nodes through cryptography and recorded in a public distributed ledger called a blockchain. The cryptocurrency was invented in 2008 by an unknown person or group of people using the name Satoshi Nakamoto. The currency began use in 2009 when its implementation was released as an open source software. Now, Ethereum, another word that you will hear in the digital currency. Ethereum, again, decentralized, it's open source blockchain with smart contract functionality. Ether is the native cryptocurrency of the platform. And after Bitcoin, it's the second largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization. And Ethereum is the most actively used blockchain. Now, Ethereum, it was developed by a 19-year-old Canadian. Now, what is blockchain? Blockchain is a growing list of records called blocks. They're linked together using cryptography. Each block contains a cryptographic hash of previous block, a timestamp, and transaction data. So let me repeat that again. Blockchain is a growing list of records called blocks. They're linked together using cryptography. We're going to talk more about cryptography in a moment. Each block contains a cryptographic hash of previous blocks and a timestamp and transaction data. The timestamp proves that the transaction data existed when the block was published in order to get it into a hash. As blocks each contain information about the block previous to it, they form a chain in which each additional block reinforces the one before it. Therefore, the blockchains are resistant to modification of their data because once recorded, the data in any given block can't be altered retroactively without altering all the subsequent blocks. Now, what are some of the benefits of blockchain? Tremendous benefits to the blockchain benefits. It solves the many ways a bank transaction could fail, such as tech issues, account breaches and hacks, transfer limits being exceeded, higher transfer charges, making it easier to complete transaction, and there's no third-party transaction. Crypto is immune to counterfeiting. It doesn't require a central authority. It protects by strong and complex algorithms and encryption, and it helps to provide better service. In summary, blockchain is a collection of records linked with each other, strongly resistant to alteration, and protecting using cryptography. What are some of the additional blockchain benefits? You can build contracts in a contract that self-executes. The contract handles the enforcement and management, and performance and payment agreements between people. How does it all work? Every user in the Bitcoin network has two keys. The two keys is what we call a public key and a private key. The public key addresses that everyone in the network knows of. It's kind of like an email address. And then you have your private key, which is a unique address that only the user has knowledge of, something like a password. Now, cryptography, you've heard me mention that phrase a couple of times before. And what exactly is cryptography? Cryptography is the practice and study of techniques for secure communication in the presence of third parties. Cryptography is about constructing and analyzing protocols that prevent third parties or the public from reading private messages. Various aspects in information security, such as data confidentiality, data integrity, authentication, and non-repudiation, are central to modern cryptography. Cryptography also includes electronic commerce, chip-based payment cards, digital currencies, computer passwords, and military communications. Another term you'll hear is Tether. And Tether is a cryptocurrency with a value meant to mirror the value of the US dollar. The idea was to create a stable cryptocurrency that can be used like digital dollars, and coins that serve their purpose of being a stable dollar substitutes are called stable coins. Wallet, this is another term you'll hear in the digital currency era that we're in. A cryptocurrency wallet is a device, physical medium, program, or a service which stores the public and/or private keys for cryptocurrency transactions. In addition to this basic information of storing the keys, a cryptocurrency wallet more often also offers the functionality of encrypting or signing information. And signing can, for example, result in executing a smart contract, a cryptocurrency transaction, identification, or legally signing a document. Cryptocurrency keys, you saw two of the keys that we just mentioned. Again, it allows for cryptocurrency users to access their crypto holdings. Only the person who has the private key associated with a particular cryptocurrency address is able to spend their funds held in that address. So the cryptocurrency keys are sort of like a username and password that you would find at a normal website. Now, I know this is going to seem a little bit dry, but bear with me, guys. It really is important that we hang on and kind of get some of the basics to some of the terminology that we will see a lot as we hear more and more about digital currency. And it's important because it's going to affect the rest of our lives. And some nations are actually have already moved to digital currency already, such as El Salvador. So let's continue on with our terminology. Decentralization cryptocurrency. It resists the control of central authority, which means that if you're holding a currency like Bitcoin in a private wallet, it can be taken or seized by an outside authority or even the developers of the currencies themselves. So let's transition now as we shift into some of the history behind digital currency and how this came about and, what is all this change about digital currency. Digital currency is, in fact, going to change the world around us. It is already happening. Some nations have already instituted and moved their dollars to cryptocurrency already. We see major businesses already shifting and accepting digital currency. So blockchain is the second era of the internet. Satoshi Nakamoto created a paper where he developed a protocol for a digital cash that's used as an underlying cryptocurrency called Bitcoin. This currency enabled the following. It enabled trust and doing transactions without a third party. Now, how does this all work? Let's take a look. Distributed by a global ledger, not by a centralized place, using the highest level of cryptography. We talked about what cryptography is. When a transaction is conducted, it's posted globally across millions and millions of computers. Out there's a group of people called miners, and they have massive computer power at their fingertips, bigger than Google worldwide. And what these miners actually do is they do a lot of work. Let me go back. I apologize for that, guys. Sorry about that, guys. Let me go back to that screen. Okay, I was talking about miners. Let me just move my screen over here. I'm gonna go back a couple of screens. The miners. The miners, as I mentioned, they do a lot of work, and they do a lot of work every 10 minutes. A block gets created like the heartbeat of a network that has all of their transactions from the previous 10 minutes. The miners then get to work to solve the toughest problems, and they compete. And the first miner to develop the truth and validate the block is rewarded in digital currency. That block is linked to the previous block to create a chain of blocks, and everything is timestamped, history, commerce, and everything. Now, rethinking the financial industry. Rethinking the financial industry is sharing prosperity and the redistribution of wealth. It's engaging more people in the economy and making sure of fair compensation. Now, how is that going to be done? Well, it's protecting rights through immutable records. It's putting land titles on blockchain where you can't hack it. And a true shared economy is being created because users and peers come together to create the shared wealth. And it ends the remittance ripoff. Now, future projects for cryptocurrency is the replacement to the stock market. There's going to be a new model of democracy where politicians are going to be accountable to citizens. The entrepreneurial's dream, I like to call this. I like to call this the entrepreneur's dream because how does this relate to opportunity in the sense of multiple income streams, which is the heartbeat of my business dimensional talent streams? The answer to that question lies in getting ourselves educated on digital currency now and seeking reliable, trustworthy sources that we can learn and glean from. Also, noting the opportunities of creating additional income streams by collecting digital currency now. So what is the alert concerning opportunity ahead? Well, I wanted to mention to watch my last YouTube video. It was titled Part 2, Multiple Income Streams. So if you have not seen any of my previous videos, please go to my YouTube channel titled Dimensional Talent Streams. I have a couple of videos, but specifically look for, I have two videos, one called Multiple Income Streams and one called Part 2, Multiple Income Streams. So that will kind of lay the foundation for this presentation today. And I've listed those specific videos and their links within this slide. So please take note of that, subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, and comment. So definitely the wealth transfer is here. There are opportunities to accumulate digital currency that are very low risk by reading articles and actually blogging. There is one called Publish Ox. Again, very low risk, and they will pay you in digital currency to blog or to read blog posts. There is also browsing the internet. How many of us are on the internet blogging, looking at YouTube or social media or reading the news? There is a platform called CryptoTab, and you can browse the internet and earn cryptocurrency just for browsing the internet. You also can learn and earn cryptocurrency by going to Coinbase. So there are definitely some platforms that exist right now to encourage learning, to encourage, and just very creative ways, just to learn and earn and do it in a very creative way. Investment opportunities are through various funds where you can earn compound interest by making a deposit in a specific fund. So that is another way to generate some streams of income and do it by earning cryptocurrency. There's so many funds out there that will, if you make a small deposit or a varying deposit, your deposit will actually earn compound interest in digital currency. You also, through what I call the platform known as TW3, which is the platform that my business is founded on, that platform we offer what we call referral marketing packages. And within those referral marketing packages, there are offers for digital currency. And so you can earn more digital currency through these referral marketing packages. Affiliate links, another way to earn cryptocurrency. There's one called Celsius. where, you get an affiliate link, you share that, somebody clicks on that link and they participate. Not only do they get some funding through cryptocurrency, but you might get maybe 10, 20, 30, $40 in cryptocurrency. So here are some low risk ways to get yourself involved now, learn, try to have fun with it, and earn some cryptocurrency in the meantime. So that's a stream of income and a very easy, very practical way to get into it now as you're learning the ins and outs of cryptocurrency. I'll buy through some of these methods. Now, I have a question for you guys that are watching this video. Did you know that 95% of people retire broke? And what's your plan to avoid this happening to you? What is your plan for this happening, for this not happening to you? Do you have something in place to alleviate that? Did you profit from the telecom.com or app boom? And if not, why? What were some of the things that actually held you back? Thousands of millionaires are being created and have already been created. Will you be one of them that can take advantage of this cryptocurrency early? And how serious are you about making a better future for yourself and your loved ones and leaving an actual legacy? How serious are you? How serious are you about stewarding your resources and your finances and getting your finances in order so that you can leave an inheritance, leave a legacy, live out the rest of your life comfortable? I want to share an article as I close this presentation from Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Robert Kiyosaki. We all have heard of Robert Kiyosaki. And he has a newsletter, and I had mentioned this in one of my YouTube videos. That's why it's important that you jump onto my YouTube video, subscribe, like, comment, and watch my videos because they really are parallels and build into one another. But he has a newsletter, email newsletter called Rich Life Daily. And I happen to find, I subscribe to it. And in the yesterday's newsletter, it was titled, Your Money is Fake, Here's Why. And in it, he states, if you want to be rich, then it would follow that you need to know what money is. If you want to be rich, then it would follow that you need to know what money is and how money actually works. And unfortunately, many people think that they know these things, but they actually don't. And that is one of the reasons why they never get rich. I want to continue on and share this article with you guys. He also goes on to talk about money's original form. And he says money was originally in the form of barter, such as chickens, milk, shells, bread, gold, silver, copper. Gold, silver, copper, some additional assets. And there were physical objects that were deemed to have tangible value and thus were traded for other items of a similar value. And then he says, today, most money is paper money, an IOU from a government, also known as fiat currency. Paper money is worthless in and of itself. It's simply a derivative of the value of something else. In the past, the dollar was a derivative of gold. Now it's a derivative of debt, an IOU from taxpayers of our country. This article is awesome. And he goes on to talk about the tangible objects. And he says, today's money is no longer a tangible object like chicken, gold, or silver. Today, money is simply an idea backed by faith and trust of a government. The most trustworthy the country, the more value the money, and vice versa. So we ask ourselves, fake money, what do you mean fake money? Well, we've outlined that and shown so clearly how our money is moving digital. I mean, there's so many that I don't even carry cash anymore. Right now, I use a card. I mean, remember when the credit cards came into existence, and then the credit cards got upgraded and they put a chip into the credit cards. Even through COVID, I've seen businesses have signs on their door talking about that they have a coin shortage, or they don't have the exact change, so they're not accepting cash. They may not accept fives or large bills or ones, and so they're only accepting credit cards. And so I got to see a little bit of that during the COVID this year. So you can see that we're already slowly moving to this digital currency already. I mean, all of our medical records are digital. I remember when we were transitioning from paper medical records to electronic medical records. So everything is slowly moving digital, even with mail. I mean, a lot of time now you can pay your bills instead of getting the bills in the mail and you pay them. Now you can go online and pay your bills. You don't, I mean, grocery store. You don't even have to go to the grocery store to buy your groceries. You can have your groceries mailed to you. So a lot of things have already shifted and changed. And so the same with our currency. So this evolution of money from a tangible object into an idea is one reason why the subject of money is so confusing. I'll say it again. This evolution of money from a tangible object into an idea is one reason why the subject of money is so confusing. Robert Kiyosaki goes on to say, it's difficult to understand something we can no longer see, touch, or feel. And so today, what most people call money, Robert Kiyosaki says, I would call fake money. Ooh. So in summary and in closing this presentation, I leave you with start learning about digital currency now and what it means for you, how it's going to affect you, because it is. There's a lot of information that is available to us now and available in various platforms. They're making it fun and interesting for people. I shared some of the ways that you can learn about cryptocurrency and even earn in cryptocurrency now, even just by browsing the website through a platform called CryptoTap. How amazing is that? There's another platform called BlockFi, where they are offering a credit card and you earn in BlockFi. You use it like a credit card and you earn cash back, but you earn a percentage in cash back, but that cash back is actually you'll earn in digital currency. The other thing I want to share is do not fear or put this off. Don't have fears or say, I'll get to it tomorrow, or fear that this is too overwhelming, too much information. Do it at your own pace. Research, find somebody that, speaks your language, that you can kind of relate to, so that you can appreciate the information that you're receiving. This is affecting you now, even though you may not see it. As Robert Kiyosaki said, you may not see it, feel it, but the changes are here. They're already here. They're going to be rolled out even more so until we are a completely digital currency. We perish for lack of knowledge. What we do not know and understand, we can harm us and we can actually perish. You do not want to be left behind last minute trying to figure out how this is all going to work, what you need to do. So I hope that this presentation educated you a lot, which is my purpose, is to educate, to empower, to inspire, and to motivate, and do so in a very practical way. And that is the goal of my YouTube station and what I do. And so I share that with you, and I thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you soon.